Hi, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. And yes, I know I'm making tons of Yosenju videos. Maybe you're sick and tired of those Yosenjus. But for now, for today, I've got 11 and 1 with the optimized version. You know, lots of times I just give you, what I play around with and not the optimal build. But for today, I'm showing you my optimal build that I would play in tournaments and the build that is usually played in tournaments. So yes, this is my optimal version. And now, of course, if I had another MST, I would probably play it instead of the eccentric. But besides that, it's basically everything what you would really want to have in the optimized build. Triple comma 1 is pretty good because comma 1 is, serves as a bouncer. It really bounces everything you need once per turn. Double comma 3 is amazing because it is your searcher, your main searcher. Comma 2 is great because you can attack directly. Plus you do want to have a couple of commas that normal summon as well. Beside your Izna is amazing because you can literally keep drawing once per turn. You will literally draw one more card, and this is really the amazing thing about this deck, is building advantage in a way that you bounce cards, you search cards with comma 3, and you draw cards with Izna. Also, one of the main reasons Yosenju is top tier now, finally, is because Melodious. It has a pretty good Melodious matchup. As I have talked before, it doesn't care about graveyard that much. Yeah, you can banish my Kite Raid and that's basically it. Plus, it can easily deal with her Melodious boss monster Bloom Diva with just bouncing him or her, my bad. So yeah. You want to have 5 hand traps, that seems like a good number. Veil is amazing with Destiny Draw. Besides that, it's pretty standard. You would want to have triple back row removal with 1 eccentric, of course, and double MST. You can remove eccentric and play whatever other back row removal you have. It's not necessary, I'm just playing it because I don't have my 3rd MST, and because you can't really play Cosmic because of Whale, so yeah. Now you may be wondering why only 2 Tenki and why only 1 Sting? Aren't those your best cards even? Well, you would want to have double Tenki because this version on its own is pretty compact and pretty consistent, because you can get your searches, you can draw your cards with ease. Now you don't really need more Tenkis, first of all. And second of all, you can only activate 1 Tenki per turn, so you don't want to open more than 1 Tenki. If you play 3 Tenki, you will have much better chances of opening 2 Tenki, which is then a dead card on your turn. Only 1 Sting is because it's not the best in this meta. Harpy is basically shit on back row, and so you don't really get that much use out of Sting. Oh, accidentally added one. And also it is searchable with comma 3, and that's why we're only playing 1. Because you can search it in later stages of the game when you can get tons of advantage with it. But generally that's why we're not playing drownings and other sorts things in the main deck. But it is a good card to consider in the side deck with, like I said, more drownings and stuff like that. So yeah, this is pretty standard. This is probably, I would say, the best version that it could be. Here is the extra deck, by the way. We do have the Utopia Ray Cheese combo, which is nice to have, because it's very hard for the opponent then to play around Destiny Draw and then play around Utopia Ray as well. It's pretty hard for them. First of all, Maze Stroke is amazing in this deck, I would say, because if you don't open your hand traps and stuff, you can go for it, and it can it can help you survive for a couple of turns potentially. Crab King, best deck, it goes without saying. Malevolent Sin is our best rank 4. Diamond Dire Wolf is pretty good, but when you have tons of advantage and you can just pop a card on the field. Heraldry is pretty good against Harpies, and yeah, that's basically the deck. Anyways, let's now jump straight into Duel Replays because it's time duel. Also, to remind you, if you're new to the channel, please do consider clicking that subscribe button, because, you know, it does help a lot to grow the channel, make more videos like this. And it also helps a lot for you to not miss other videos when I'll be posting out, which you hopefully want. So yeah. Anyways, it seems like we're playing Harpies here. We have a pretty decent Harpy matchup because we don't really have back row, and Harpies, you know, best thing about Harpies is that they bounce monsters with Slash and then they destroy back row with Harpies Hunting Ground, which we both don't care. Like, yeah, sure, bounce my bounce my commas, which all go back into the hand anyways. Nice. And now here we could have went for the heraldry, to be honest, but we are kind of protected with whale, and I guess we can wait. There's no need to rush. I don't know if that was the correct play. That's just the, the play that I decided to go. It seems the best. I don't know though what is the correct play. Of course he goes for his Harpies, so probably even I could say potentially why would that play be better? Well, if that is a Book of Moon, he could just book my heraldry and then we lose our monster. While here he can't book heraldry because we will summon him first, and then he already has the full monsters of Harpies. That's why potentially it's better to wait on for heraldry, you know, because you want to have it later when it will have act. Now here we don't get a destiny draw, right? But yeah, we can survive with whale for a turn. We top deck another, which is pretty good, though we probably won't need it. Now he books, which is interesting. Now he did misplay here because he didn't realize that I can normal summon this comma 3 again, you know. I think he should have waited for me to normal summon all of my monsters, then he would bounce the comma 3, and then I can get the Izna a normal summon. Though I could have went for the Izna discard, so then he can't even book me until I'm finished, until I can bounce his monster, get a draw and stuff, potentially even just go purely for heraldry to destroy his monsters. So that was potentially my misplay, though his misplay literally cost him the duel. So yeah, at this point he has to purely rely on 2 cards, while we have tons of advantage, as you can see. And he scoops because, yeah, it's too much. He can't with 2 cards, at least with the 2 he had, return back into the game. But what could Luna be playing? A random skill, grit? Seems like nothing, huh? Maybe draw sense something. Oh shit, I remember this now. So he's playing actual Venus and the agents. He repopped the back row. It was a Canadia. Nice riddance. We decide to swing in directly with comma 2 because we are kind of afraid of the back row, and we don't really need to deal with Gachi in the Venus. It's better if we leave them actually on the field, because his field is now clogged up. He can't go for much, you know, plays, for many plays, while we can just swing in a couple of times, literally. Also we have this thing, so we are kind of set up, we're chilling. Now he Canadias. He can go for the Agent of Entropy, so he doesn't give us Destiny Draw. Okay, so here we were playing around a negate, though his effect activates when it's not when it returns back to the hand. So we should have just went for the Izna get drawing, so we can finish the duel earlier. But it is what it is. Now he gives us Destiny Draw, which is fine, thanks. We can get an MST. We decide to set the MST for later on because yeah, now we don't really need it, but it can be useful later. He goes for the Coral Dragon, we can bounce his monsters. He can go for his Canadia, that's fine. Goes for the Hyperion. Now we can destroy his back row. Kite Rod protects us, and that's gonna be easy game because with Kama 2 we can attack directly, and we literally just beat him with Kama 2 beatdown. Also, do consider joining us on Twitch. We do have tons of fun there. We play most of the on Twitch. So yeah, if you like live action and you know my commentary and stuff live, and just talking with you all guys, yeah, join us on Twitch. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Now here, it's an interesting situation. We don't know what we're playing against. It's Yogi. Everyone plays Yogi nowadays. So we decide to first tanky to at least see the delays. Maybe he MSTs, so you know we can get rid of one back row, but it doesn't. We decide to go for the plays. Now we play around drowning because it would be pretty bad if we lost all of our monsters here. And no need for rush. We have 2 hand traps, you know. There's literally zero need for rush. Now he does reveal he plays Yosenjus as well, which means we can expect the drownings and sword stings. So how do we play around that? I guess we can just play through that. Also we top deck Sting, which is pretty nice. This is the reason why we didn't went for 3 monsters, because there's no need. If we're just gonna poke him a bit, if we're just gonna try to poke him a bit, or at least get rid of the drowning. So yeah, here the drowning. Here is the drowning. He keeps poking with Izna. We top deck MST, which is pretty nice. We hit another drowning, and now we can go more offensive because we know he has a sword sting from the delays. He decides to bounce in the correct moment. We can Izna attack. He does have Veil. Okay, he now gives us Destiny Draw, and he scoops because at this point we can destroy his Veil, and we have much more advantage than he does. He also gave us Destiny Draw for free. So yeah, it was a much easier game because he purely relied on his back row and protection, probably another hand trap or something, which then means that he has less Kamas in hand, you know, while we didn't have any drownings and only 1 sword sting, which means with ease now we can keep drawing once per turn. Also we can, you know, with Kamas put some pressure onto the opponent. That's why you don't really like having that many you know, drownings and sword stings and all of that stuff. So yeah, finally we got our justice. Finally, Yosenju is top tier. Best deck, let's go. So yeah, we got 11 and 1, which is pretty nice. We could have went even further and had a better win streak, but you know, it's fine, I guess. This was fun, not gonna lie. So let's see. He sets 2 and passes here. So first of all, nice, we had MST to destroy TTH. Now we can go for our plays to grab a card with Izna. We can destroy his Stratos, which is wild. Why would you have Stratos there? Now we are kind of vulnerable here because we don't have any of our hand traps, and Sword Sting, if he has a Cosmic or MST, you know, he can easily play around it. So maybe it was the play to go for, we didn't play here, just the Maze Stroke yet. So yeah, maybe if we played the Maze Stroke, it was the play here, potentially. But let's see. So yeah, we can easily bounce him and that's gonna be easy game. He lost tons of resources just for that one answer, which we can easily bounce. So yeah, nice one. We didn't have too many, you know, crazy good duel replays, but we had some. I think we have another one with Melodious, hopefully, so we can showcase how good we are against Melodious. we did have a duel against Harpies, so we did show why are we good against Harpies. But yeah, here we don't open pretty well because it seems like he's not playing any back row while we open double MST. Also, if he plays Excalibur, our Veil is potentially dead. So potentially 3 of our 4 cards in hand, our opening hand, are dead, which you don't really want to see, but yeah. Okay, we can search for Izna. Izna is amazing because we can keep drawing once per turn. Now here we decide to go, we didn't even play Maestroke, I think, just yet. Yeah, we decided to put it on later. We decided to go for Utopia because we're afraid of his Excalibur, and Veil won't protect us against Excalibur. So it seems like he's playing a meme deck. He's playing Elemental Heroes, so he probably doesn't even have Excalibur. Now at this point we know 2 of his cards in hand, which means he probably only has at most he only has 1 hand trap. Now here we negate attack, and we allow this attack because we get Destiny Draw first of all, plus Utopia is a dead card in our hand, on our field. So yeah, might as well get rid of it. We get back our life points with Veil. This interaction is wild. We just get any card we want with Destiny Draw while at 4000 life points. We can get our Kama 1 into Izna. Izna can draw us a card. Kama 1 can bounce 1 of his cards. We can go for Malevolent Sin, and that's probably game if he doesn't have hand traps, and he doesn't, which means easy clap. So yeah, Yosenjus can easily, as you can see, OTK through 2 monsters, really. Even if he had back row, we could potentially OTK through that, because potentially even 3 monsters sometimes. Like if you have double Kama 1, you can bounce 2 monsters and then go for Malevolent Sin, bounce another monster, or in other words, banish it for a turn. So you can literally OTK through 3 monsters and a couple back row, which is pretty insane actually. So let's see what we have here. Trey. Oh fuck, I remember this one. It was freaking rocks. One of them rocks. He also plays Divine Artifacts because I don't know. I don't know what he played. Now here why do we only normal summon 2 monsters? We don't really want to reveal we have triple Kama, and we get Izna draw with only 1 monster, other Kama on the field, so no need to reveal another Kama. We are pretty chilling here with the hand traps. We have a pretty decent hand. So what can he do even against us? He activates his skill, change the levels. He can go for Rhino, while Rhino isn't the best in this matchup, because we don't really mind that much to get destroyed. Plus we can destroy now with Destiny Draw. We can just search for MST and destroy his back row. It was a powerful rebirth, which really he survived basically, because if he didn't have the rebirth, we can bounce his Rhino and he's dead. I mean, he can destroy. Okay, he would survive anyways, but he's basically dead. This rebirth was pretty good for him. We also get another Kytroid, which is amazing. We can we don't need to push for game here, because we're kind of chilling with the hand traps. We can go a bit more carefully and more patiently. He goes for his place, goes for the Huyuk. Now Huyuk can be a bit problematic. He also has a Canadia, which stops our plays for this turn. Though we do, with Izna we literally keep drawing once more every freaking turn, which is amazing. First of all, we have Kama 3 for searches if needed. And with Kama 2 we can force his Huyuk effect. The bad thing is that we lose Kama 1 here, unfortunately. We can protect our life points. We can go for Kama 2 into Kama 3 into Izna, draw a card, set to MST, now he negates. Why didn't we deal with monsters here? Because now his field is clogged up and we don't really care about his monsters, especially now Huyuk is, you know, just a beater on the field. So yeah, we're chilling. We have also hand traps. We're literally in control of this duel completely. Can we now OTK? No, we didn't top deck Kama 1, which Kama 1 is basically our OTK enabler because we can, you know, OTK through 2 monsters. With this board we can only OTK through 1 monster. Now we go for the sword thing, which is pretty good. We decide to not destroy his Huyuk because he is he's a monster clogging his field, so he can't go for other exceed plays. We have a swords thing, we can bounce 2 of his monsters, and that's gonna be easy game. Okay, he has Canadia, so it's not game yet. Yeah, it's literally not game yet because Canadia is unaffected by monster effects, so it's unaffected by Kama or the Malevolent Sin, though we used up our Malevolent Sin. So yeah, we can just attack now, and that's gonna be probably game, right? He Cosmics as well, our bluffed tanky, goes for Gargonic. Now Gargonic, can he do anything? Well, we have this card. We discard Izna, which means it's easy game. Why? Because first of all, we can force with Kama 1 negate, and now we can go for any exceed play and easily win, easily finish him off. So yeah, it was a fun duel. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck. This is the, like I said, the optimal version of the deck you would really like to play. And yeah, glad to see them on the tier list. I'm very excited for the tournaments, for the KC Cup. And yeah, hope you are excited as well. See you in the next one anyways. Bye.